Hey, welcome to Bruce's Garage. I'm Bruce and this is my garage. Today we're inside my 4Runner because we're going to learn about interior vacuuming tips and tricks. How to vacuum like a pro. So come on in the garage and let's learn and have some fun. Thanks for joining me inside the garage today where we're in my 4Runner and we're going to talk about vacuuming the inside of the car. Don't you feel a whole lot better? Like when you get in the car and it's clean, there's not a lot of dust and dirt, garbage. Well, vacuuming is a great way just to freshen up the car. Maybe takes 10-15 minutes, but you're going to feel a whole lot better. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for how to get the most out of that quick vacuuming. So come on in and let's start, just get right down to it and vacuum.
The first thing we need to do is to gather all of our equipment and supplies. We will need a trash bag and of course a vacuum. A shop vac is ideal because it provides sufficient power. You'll want to avoid those small car vacuums which just don't have enough power to be effective. A wall-mounted vacuum is also another option if you happen to have one. In addition to the vacuum, you need to have the proper accessories. The most important accessory is the crevice tool. There are many small spaces within a car, and I use this tool almost exclusively. Now, a brush head is also helpful when working on more sensitive fabrics because it glides over easily. Occasionally, I also use this micro attachment tool, which allows me to use accessories to get into some really tight spaces. For example, you can use this small brush to get in real tight spaces, or this little attachment that even allows the brush to go further. I also like to use this soft bristled interior brush. I think it's very helpful when you're trying to loosen up dirt on seats and other sensitive spots. Lastly, if you have access to an air compressor, you can loosen up dirt really easily using a blowgun into crevices and small spaces. Now that we have our equipment together, let's get the car ready for vacuuming. Open all the doors and the trunk so you have easy access to the inside of the vehicle. Grab your trash bag and start removing any trash and other items you wish to keep. It's impossible to detail or vacuum if your car is filled with trash. If your car looks like any of these examples, then this may be the longest and most important step. As you can see, dirt and dust accumulate quickly on carpeted floor mats. That's why periodic vacuuming is essential to making your car comfortable and pleasant. The next step is we need to remove all the floor mats. Be careful not to introduce more debris when you're removing the mats. Simply fold them inward as you remove them from the vehicle. Okay, here's where the fun begins. Push dirt down to unvacuumed surfaces by starting high and working low. I usually start with the crevice tool over the seats. Make sure there's no sharp edges at the end of the tool. When vacuuming seats, be sure to get in between the adjoining parts of the seat. Pull away one side of the surface to get into these small crevices where dirt accumulates. Use your soft bristle brush as needed. These seats in my 4Runner have small, tiny holes for ventilation, and dirt often becomes embedded. I usually tap the seat to try and release the dirt. Get in between the back of the seat and the seat bottom as dirt accumulates here easily. Push the seat down so you can get the crevice tool in deep. Occasionally I find stubborn pieces of dirt stuck in those ventilation holes, and I'll use a small pointed cotton tip detailing tool to help loosen them so I can vacuum it up. I also vacuum in small areas in the door which tend to trap dirt, such as the door handle. Any storage compartments should also be vacuumed. These areas tend to accumulate a lot of dirt and often are neglected when you're vacuuming. The console area is a haven for dust and dirty particles. Be sure to thoroughly attack this area. Be careful that you don't vacuum up the small rubber liners that are often found inside each of these little compartment trays. Between the seat and the console is the hidden trash dump where all trash goes to hide. Be sure to get the crevice tool deep into this spot. Down low on the floor, tons of dirt gathers under our floor mats, so inspect and vacuum this area closely to find all the hiding spots. Be sure to vacuum up under the accelerator pedal and brake pedals deep high into the floorboard of the vehicle. When working in the front, move the seats back so you have good access under the front seats. Likewise, when moving to the back, move the seats forward. You might be a little surprised by what is lurking under your seats. Now that you have complete access with the seat forward, attack that junk under the seats and in the seat tracks. It's amazing the amount of trash, food, dust, and dirt that finds respite where you can't easily see it. Vacuum these areas thoroughly because there's plenty of dirt hiding. To protect the plastics around your door, you can lay a towel down over the doorway so your vacuum hose doesn't scratch these surfaces. Now that the entire vehicle has been vacuumed, let's get to the floor mats. I typically lay the mats out on the ground or on a table, which is a whole lot smarter, by the way, and then vacuum until no visible debris remains. Here's a great bonus tip for a fine finish. You can stripe the mats by misting with some water and then using a brush in alternating directions to give that detailer finished and polished look. You can do all sorts of different patterns that will give a real polished appearance for the finale. Well, thanks for joining me today in the garage to learn about how to vacuum your car like a pro. I hope you learned something. I got to tell you, I thought I took really good care of my car. I thought, gosh, it's going to be hard for me to demo vacuuming when there's nothing to vacuum. Boy, was I wrong. I've become negligent. So moving those seats up and back and removing mats and really looking closely, and light. I'm telling you, when I put the lights down there, I was like, whoa, I haven't cleaned this. So lighting is really important. I've got a great video, by the way, on my Milwaukee underhood light that I use inside the vehicle. It's a great light. You ought to take a look at that. And by the way, I'm going to have a video coming soon about making door jambs your jam, because my door jambs are pretty dirty. So hopefully you liked the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And I will see you in my next video about door jambs. Thanks for coming to Bruce's Garage.